Blub blub everyone, welcome back to Solar Expanse. Probably the last part for now, but hopefully we get some stuff on Mars going. How much can we do, says Boland, can be doing at the same time? Ramping up the spacecraft? Are we limited in making more as we have the money? No, we do. We can. So when we wait, we can be planning more missions. Planning more missions is difficult, though. Because resources are not infinite. Fuel is not infinite. If I had 10 more ships, doesn't mean I can do 10 more missions. Look at how little fuel we have. We're not gaining any. Comets, you mean where we got our water originally? I mean, yeah. Would be nice. Would be nice to get there. But yeah, look at that. There is 0 fuel on the market right now. Oh no, there is. Okay, we do have some fuel that we can buy. 3 million is probably a bit much, but let's just get 20,000. I'm fine with that. But still, again, the spacecraft cost money. I need to... we have upkeep. Do we have upkeep for those? Spacecraft, 1800. So more spacecraft also means more reoccurring cost. We have no money coming in. Only from these contracts. So we need to be very careful about recurring costs. Look at the license fees that we have to pay per month. We pay 30% more money per month right now than in the beginning of the game. Research costs money. 30,000 per month. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. So 15k per research lab. And we're not gaining much more. Let's be quite honest. Terraforming was in the beginning like 250 days or so. And now we shaved off a week with another laboratory for 15,000 a month. I don't think the game knows what significant means. I don't think it's worth building laboratories at all. And then they also have diminishing returns. It's ridiculous. Could an ice mine on a comet work? It says Sims Mage. I mean, yeah, but we would need to ferry people there. That means people need to be able to live there. And we're not in the... We can't go on a comet. That is just way too much. We don't have the craft. Technically it would work, yes. For sure. I don't even know where we can see... I don't even know where we can see what we know about these. I can't even click on that comment. Maybe with this? So there's helium there, there's noble gas there, and there's carbon there. No water. We don't know what's there. We're still searching. There's water on Ishtar. But I think the one thing we need to go to from the missions... I mean, Deimos has water. That would be kind of fine, because that's easy to reach and very... You know, God doesn't go as far out. Because on the comet alone, the radiation would kill everyone. I mean, if it's realistic. And there is radiation as a problem here, yeah. But Deimos could be a thing. We could definitely make, create water there and then, again, refine fuel in orbit of Mars. That would definitely be a thing we could do. And also we get some silicon there. Phobos, carbon for food. It's not that much though. 60,000 tons. Doesn't last forever. Mars has some nice stuff, but nothing for food. Nothing that important actually. We're producing though. We're not the first ones, unfortunately. Yeah, that's where we're quicker. Was more saying in the long scale, would we have to stop it or just let it go? I don't know. Could we stop it? I don't think we could. I'm not sure. I don't know how this game works. I'm playing this basically for the first time. Not quite, but you know. So I have to learn all of that stuff as well. We're barely going forward in our research, which will be important though, to get more efficient and stuff. Like this research would be amazing for us. Doubling the payload capacity for the Daedalus to 20 from 20 to 40. Again, someone who needs to be banned. Boom. There. That. Slash ban. There you go. Fuck off, bot. Better mining stuff. You know, all these things are all cool and could help us tremendously. We're just not getting there. Turbines. Geothermal. Unfortunately, useless for Mars. Mars is dead. Orbital power station. That's nice. With remote power transfer. That's huge. Power sets? Damn. Improved reactor vessels. Molten fission systems. Nice. Nuclear propulsion. You know, all that stuff. Nuclear bomb? No, nuclear power. Okay. Did this look like a bomb and my brain made this a bomb? And we're not even close to finishing this research tree at all. This will take quite a while. And I'm not sure what we should prioritize. Unlocks research nuclear launch vehicles. Unlock launch vehicle the Hawk. Is that a stable cost of 500 tons? That's actually huge. With 200 tons capacity to orbit. But it's not reusable, so basically bleh. Basically bleh. Absolutely bleh. The Magpie. Yeah, that's hydrogen. That's a lot of launch cost in hydrogen. Oh shit. But 4,000 tons to orbit. 90 days reusable. It needs 80 fissiles to be produced. Ouch. And then still takes so much hydrogen. Ridiculous. Yeah, look at that. 8,000 launch cost in fuel. For 8,000 tons. So 8 million kilograms. 32 days reusable. Improving reusable rockets. This would be really nice. That's just construction costs. Optimize heat shields. Maintenance cost. That would be nice. Making it cheaper. But yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, even more payload. Oh my goodness. I have no idea how to afford those. Hydrolox. We could get hydrogen. Boosts chemical engine and exhaust velocity by 20%. Decreases launch cost of all launch vehicles. Ridiculous. 10% is huge. Fusion. Fusion containment. Magnetic nozzle. You know, fusion propulsion would be a great thing. We're just not getting there. Especially with how shitty research is actually. Because the significant boost of shaving off 7 days out of 800 or something, it's not significant at all, baby. It's not at all significant. Where's the Hermes? This must be the Daedalus. Well, crap. This is the Hermes. And it didn't deliver. Did it just put it in orbit? It did. And the problem with that is Why did the Daedalus deliver? Because the Daedalus delivered. And it was also going to orbit. And it was also saying, you drop this here. Why did the Daedalus drop this on the planet, but the Hermes didn't? Because the Daedalus landed. Or something, because it says start date. I don't understand that, but okay. It's not in orbit. It's not on the planet. So basically what we would need is 2 Stratos that actually bring that down to the planet. So that sucks. But again, learning experience. Don't know how we would make that better though. I mean, I could have stranded 2 Stratos here and just built 2 more. And these would just be pointless for the next 15 years. Because we can't produce fuel. Probably what we need to do now, though. Oh, these need alloys. Oh, see, that's why I don't want to build them either, because alloys are very rare. It's not easy to get more alloys. So I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I mean, we have enough rares. I can just do three times alloys up in here. Actually, I only need 2. We have enough alloys in orbit. And then just another polymer delivery and we're good. And I could build 2 Stratos and send the 2 Stratos we have once the delivery to the moon is finished. Send them to Mars to deliver these and then be stranded there forever. Oh, we only have 51 tons of fuel in orbit anymore. We have 5 refineries and they're not refining enough. Only 0.6 per day. Yeah, we need to double up on these, for sure. So another 150 rares and another... Oh, it's fine, we have enough of these. Probably too much money spent on that, but fine. Whatever. We have some money at the moment, so let's use it. And... what we would need is Earth orbit. It is a bit exhausting doing that over and over and over again. No, that's not what I want. Too much clicky. Way too much clicky. There we go. That twice. And then we would need this up. And in my opinion, you shouldn't have to do this. You should just say, okay, put them up in orbit once you have these it should automatically plan that with the rotary launcher. Is my thinking. It needs to help you to figure some shit out, you know, it needs to do it on its own. Let's do that. Ah, no, 4 times. That's so little, no wonder we can't build an industrial empire to make money. You should be able to save a preset at least. Yeah, you should. There's also... Let me show you. Let's say we want to go to the moon. There is a plan as hypothetical. And I can say, hey, I want to do that with a Daedalus. And I want to bring, I don't know, that. Bam. We go there. And... Why do I need a launch vehicle? Because I'm on Earth. Actually, that would have worked. Okay, I want to be orbit. I want to be Daedalus. So, it's hypothetical. 2 lunar. Bring something. Doesn't make a difference. Let's say this. I don't need a launch vehicle. What does that do for me? I don't even know why I would need noble gas. I'm transporting this from orbit to orbit. Oh no, it's not to orbit. No, sorry. My bad. Wait a second. Let's say I put that in lunar orbit. Why? Doesn't matter. I just do. Still makes no sense. Why, what? Why would I need noble gas? But also, yeah, cool. And that's it. That's all you can do. I can't save this. I can't say, okay, now make it a real plan and let me fix the issue and that's fine. I can't say, hey, let me save this plan and later just load it and make it a real one. Nothing. I don't know what the point of this is. I would get this information if I plan a real thing too. I also can't let the game run while this is happening, so not even that as a positive there, you know? Just not doing anything. So I don't get the point of this. This is absolutely 100% pointless in my opinion. The information you get from this is non-existent. And it makes, even for this one, even makes no sense. I'd never seen this. Why would I care about noble gas? I'm using something that doesn't need fuel. And I'm going from orbit to orbit. Earth's orbit to lunar orbit. Beats me, I guess. Let's say I'm going empty. Apparently I still need noble gas. Yeah, just name it materials to lunar orbit. Yeah, just have some presets, you know, prefabs. Exactly. I might need that more often, so why can I not? And that's all EA stuff, in my opinion. That's all early access stuff that they need to fix. And that will hopefully get fixed as well. I mean, I'll keep an eye on this. For anyone who's skeptical. Put it on your wish list. Don't buy it. And wait how it goes through early access. You know, that's all you can do. Problem is we didn't have any fuel. I probably should do a bit more in terms of flinging fuel. I think that's what makes this so... taking so long. Since I have more fuel now. No, not what I want. Also, the make cyclical should be here. Or at least also here. There you go. Another 1,000 fuel. It's a little annoying that this didn't happen. Because that was my window. For that. And now it's all in... And I need a vehicle to bring them down, which sucks. We done? We done. So what I would want is bring both of them just in orbit and then just decelerate all of that down. Actually, I could let them bring more. If I wanted to. We'll bring them to Mars orbit. Stratos. Bring 100 ton of this. Full fuel. Would still need way too much. Actually, it's more than I can have with the Stratos. That's great. Yeah, the Stratos can't even make the trip. That's what's so weird. The Hermes should have put that down. The Hermes should have put that down. Too bad we can't have two modes of drop-off. Yeah, it should be much more obvious what you're doing. That's also a flaw in my opinion. When you do this with the two missions, which is great that you can do that, you should be able to say put in orbit or put on the planet. You know, just fling it down there. Who cares? Absolutely correct. Yeah, I see that too. Hermes not behaving. Yeah, Hermes Conrad. That darn boy. I don't even have enough of these. Yeah, that's also really shitty. Oh, that is so annoying. So I think we're kind of stuck here now. Multiple mistakes there. Multiple mistakes. I would have to strand the Hermes on the planet's surface. Somehow. I don't know. And in my opinion, since they have this dragging feature, why can I not drag that in Earth orbit? And it already, you know, chooses the most efficient thing. It just gives me the full plan of what it suggests and I can change it. I know why they do this step-by-step process, but why does it have to be a step-by-step process? Why cannot this whole thing be open and I can tweak and fiddle around with them? I know they need to do some restrictions there, but the restrictions need to apply at the end, not at the beginning. In my opinion. Yes, they do some limitations, you know? Like, okay, here's only the payload container, cool, and stuff. Yeah, it's only, I only can do 100. And like with this, you know, then it changes how this works, which makes total sense, but it doesn't have to do it this way, in my opinion. I think this needs a rewrite. I kind of like the UI, but I also don't like the UI, which is kind of sad. I know what they want to do, but it is very cumbersome as a player, unfortunately. And I wish it wouldn't be. Oh, we're looking at Titan now. Nice. How can I fix this? Basically, all I can do... You already... Why did you not start? Why did you miss your window? Weird. Maybe this is your window. And you... Oh, I probably put you on faster. That's probably why. Just binge all episodes of Extra Level. Pretty cool series. Never heard of that. So, stranding a colonist capable craft on Mars? Yeah, I have no choice. I mean, I can't even reach Mars with the Stratos. Is the problem. I can't even get there. I mean, if I go from Earth orbit to Mars orbit, which I would need to do, and let's say I'm sending an empty craft, which is even worse. Okay, now I could just reach Mars. Just. You have it 5 tons left. But even this doesn't make a difference. Even 130 tons left, I can't go back. It's not possible. But I would need to do this. And it can only be empty. I can't fly anything there or back. Because I have not enough thrust to reach. And not enough delta V. But this is so weird. It needs 177 tons, but psych, actually I need 860 tons. With optimal flight. I don't understand this. But apparently this works too. So I need the 800 tons to move the 1000 tons. But I could also do the same thing with 177 tons. This craft is just not efficient enough to do the trip, is my opinion. I still need to do this now. I still need to strand it. It's the only thing I can do. And I need to do another because this can only get rid of these 2 in orbit. And then I have another 80 tons I need to go get down to the surface to finish this mission. So I will need to strand another one. So I basically have to do the same thing again. To orbit. Same as before. Because these are the only ones who can land. And technically come back up at some point. Some weird point. And now I need to go to Earth. Probably better Earth orbit, but depending what I want to do with them. But let's say Earth orbit. And now I need to have enough stuff there to build more. Which I now should. Not quite. I'm missing something. I am missing to Earth orbit. Oh, make it cyclical. No, actually it's not cyclical. This time not. Payload. I need this. But also welcome back, Manaway, sorry. I was a little bit in thought. I need 40, I think. And the rest could be, I mean, I guess this. I would even say I would need to use to choose the launcher after the spacecraft so I can already limit my cargo and not choose my cargo and then limit my launch vehicle. That seems weird. But maybe it makes more sense. I don't know. Might be. Oop. So that should be in orbit now. Yes. And now I should be able to build 1 and 2. Pretty cool series. Each episode is a different game. Interesting. Bedtime. Well, have a good night, Monaway. I hope I see you soon. So soon we get more payload for Daedalus, which would be good because it can actually reach Mars and apparently it can actually throw things onto it. The weird thing is it has thrown the stuff that can break more easily down onto Mars, not the other stuff. Noble gas on Titan. How nice. And Mars isn't even that important. That's the problem. Do we have food on Luna? Yeah, we do. So we will have food forever now. All we need to do is put a bit of carbon on it. Once in a while. You can't tell me they've already used 200 tons of carbon. There's our first Stratospec. Now they're trying to get a colony going as well. But we were much faster. Wait, are we actually at Mars orbit already? No. The Hermes came back. The Hermes came back. We could put the mobile refinery on Mars. Which doesn't do much, I think, because we can't get the water from Mars right now. Because the mobile refinery cannot, the mining module. No, actually it can. No, we could. We could actually make fuel on Mars right now. On the surface, which is, again, not good. But we would need it on the surface too, to get water into orbit, otherwise that's impossible. So that's a little disappointing. Because on Luna we can use Earth as a fuel delivery. Because it's very quick and very easy to do so. Also, this apparently has helium-3, which we can't use. Also nice. That will probably be a thing that you need to do as well. Go mining helium-3. Which we cannot. That's nice. So this is all about logistics. Well, exploration, colonization, logistics, yeah, all of that. Corporation stuff, you know, making money in some way. Not that we're actually making money, so I don't think corporation is the right description for us. We're agencies, we're space agencies. Apart from one of them. But, you know, it's the Chinese space agency, it's the Russian, it's NASA, it's... we are the European Space Agency, so it's all space agencies, it's not corporations. I think that's a bad description. And also, we're not selling anything, we're not making money right now. We will be making money if someone wants to buy shit from us on Mars, actually. And see? Look at that. Look at that resource. 10 tons of rares for 1.8 million. Which we have. But unfortunately, in orbit. That's why I brought more, because this is normal. That this happens sometimes. So if we could get that down from orbit right now and sell them, we'd be 1.8 million richer. Yeah, and production as well. Yeah, everything. Everything that is, you know, in the realm of that. And it's a cool game, but 2 hours later, says Poland. Yeah, off to bed 2 hours later. Good, good. I hope I keep you entertained. But still, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. And also we colonized Luna. Now you could go and, okay, we're doing the stuff on Mars, but we already put probes somewhere else. We could now probe Mercury, for example. And prepare that, you know, and do that while we are waiting for Mars colonization. It takes so long. So we can do other stuff in the meantime, like with the Stratos now. Maybe Mercury is better to reach. And Mercury is... From Mercury, every other point in the solar system is easier to reach than from any other point of the solar system. Is what, you know, is a saying, basically. You know, if you're at Mercury, you're basically you're close to everywhere else. Probably because of the sun, because you can do the gravity thingies. I'm not sure. Gary keeps us up all night, yeah. All up at night. Oh, I can't read. That is true, says Turbo Hamster. Okay. Wink, wink, Turbo Hamster. That's my last 3 days with Syntopia. Going to bed at 2 to 3 a.m. See, I have that game on the list as well. We got optimized payload, so now the Daedalus could actually bring something to Mars. Like, and that's pretty good. I like the Daedalus. It's a nice option. Yes, it's slow, but sometimes you don't need to be fast. Because if I go to orbit now, we still have this thing in orbit, and now it can actually take it. So what I could do is go to Mars orbit. And put this in there. And extra water. Or something. Doesn't really matter. I mean, we know we can maybe sell this, so probably, you know, have more rare stuff. I guess. And now it can't reach. Wait, why? 40 tons. Why is that too much cargo? Am I crazy? It's probably because it can't reach, right? Doesn't show that it can't reach. That's weird to me. But we still can't get stuff to it from the ground. Yeah, surely. We need fuel production to get anything off of Mars. And even then it's gonna be very slow. Because the fuel production will be ridiculously slow, especially with this thing. Can it not take the mobile refinery? Or it's just too heavy. I can just do this and see if that works. That works. Takes very long though. And it's using a different window, which is kind of weird. But we can do it, and then in Mars orbit I can say, come back. Maybe... No, they can stay in orbit. That makes no sense. Why did this one drop and the other one didn't? Go back to Earth. Daedalus. Cargo will go to the next gravity assist target. No. Cargo will drop on gravity assist target. Yes, that's what I want. And now it's empty. And it's only these two. And it says cargo will drop on gravity assist target. And that means not in orbit. It means on the surface, in my opinion. But again, that should be more clear. And it isn't. Oh, look at that. The return trip is much quicker. Half as long. Because it has no payload. Now to make Mars a mega potato farm, like in that movie where the guy gets left on Mars. You mean The Martian? Yes, we're working on it. The problem is Mars has no carbon. So potato farm is not an option. Oh, look at that. For some reason, we got metal on Mars now. What? How? What? How do we get metal on Mars? And we don't. No, we do. Oh, we do because we're mining it. Okay, that works. I guess. Man, I would love to... I literally only packed these extra 10 to sell them to someone. At least making some money, you know, and that is good money. Because for 10 tons, that price, on Earth you pay nothing for those in comparison. That's like a markup of 500,000% or some nonsense. Not quite, but, you know, I exaggerate for effect. Look at these. These travel paths. Spacecraft Mars arrived at Earth orbit. That is not true. What? Spacecraft Mars? See, that's also weird. Why is it called Mars? Why is it not called Daedalus to Mars or something? And we basically have to wait until August for our stuff to get down to the surface. Hopefully. I'm not even sure that works, but I think it does. You need landing capable craft to put that down there. Let's just fast forward. Or we could have had it mining and only brought 100 tons of the rest of the stuff. Yeah, but still we had to wait for 2 years. Or 3 years. Do you really want to wait that long? Technically, yes, you could, but that's just wasting time while the others are doing, you know, more. Look at that. They stranded 3 Stratos there. And these stranded 2 Stratos there. Enceladus. We got terraforming. That's nice. Also, there's nothing stopping you from not researching, which is kind of... There's not even an alert, as far as I know. Carbon release. I don't need that. Again, this is not enough to terraform Mars. Improve capsule construction. Yeah, this is what we need. I mean, robotics would also be nice, but that takes way too long right now. Bioreactors increases production of hydroponic farms. That's nice. 5% is not much, though. On 0.1. This boy's basically 0.105. Yay. Better cargo base. I'm not sure what this improvements on our spacecraft designs allow increasing cargo capacity. Yeah, maybe I should have done this earlier too, but it's also 800 days, so probably not. So the Stratos gets extra 50% cargo capacity, so 150 tons. Would be nice to have, but 800 days, it's a long time. Better mining efficiency of all mines. That's nice. Aerogels. Reduce maintenance cost of all spacecraft. Yeah, money saving. Production of alloy smelting. That would be good. We definitely need to do that at some point. What does that entail? So that's some refining. Metal into alloys, okay. Losing 50% of the product, or of the source. 10 people. We could do that on the moon, technically. Well, the question is it worth it doing that on the moon? The moon doesn't have that much. Definitely something for Mars. Yeah, it's just 4,000. 4,000 tons, that's nothing in terms of metal. I mean, it had 6,000 and we already have mined 2,000, I guess. Could help in the beginning, but alloys you can just buy. It's fine. You should have the money. And here, yeah, this is better. 200,000, 20,000, 20 million. So basically forever. It's underground, so it needs better mining equipment. But yeah, this is your alloy production. That's what Mars does. Alloy production. Tiny bit of nitrogen. Don't know where that should be. Oh yeah, in the atmosphere. Okay, yeah, it has a tiny amount, but not enough for actual colonization, in my opinion. Noble gas, 50,000. That's good. That could help the Hermes. Oxygen, not enough. Underground. Interesting. I wonder if that's true. 5 million silicon, 5 million tons, that's cool. And 35 million, yeah, so silicon production, alloy production, metal production, that's what you can do here. Doesn't even have that much water. 2 million tons is not much. Very badly reachable. Bit of carbon dioxide, cool. But yeah, that's basically what Mars is supposed to be. Metal production, alloy production, silicon production. Silicon you could get from Earth too, because it doesn't require licensing fees. We are paying out of our bum for licensing already. There are also no setbacks like Mars climate orbiter or small chance of engine failure. Yeah, exactly. And that's something. When during the break I was thinking, you know what this game needs? Events. That would be cool too. I'm not sure what's planned. I don't know the roadmap, but events would be nice, right? You know, some stories that happen or something when you go to different places and stuff. Something that gives a bit more meat. Also, the competitors are basically, you know, not important to me. You could basically play without competitors. Yes, you couldn't sell anything, but whatever. I mean, the good thing is, it helps against the look at those costs that we're occurring. And that doesn't look like 40, 50k per month. We're losing much more. Why? Who knows? I mean, look at that. That's every 5 days we're losing 10,000 buckets. Buckets of ducats. That's a lie. The 50k. We're losing so much more. This should only tick 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 per month. We're losing at least 60k per month. This is a lie. But I guess you'd have perfected the craft before trying the distance stuff. No, it's not per week. It says per month. But it's more per month. This is a lie. I guess The Martian thought it had a different name. No, I think it's The Martian. I haven't even watched that movie. It's with Ben Affleck. I'm not a Ben Affleck fan, really. And yes, improving craft. Very true. Is also a thing we need to do, but it takes forever right now. And since they need to buff extra laboratories. It's that they only give 3% in research is nothing. That's just so laughable bullshit. And also the extra research. I mean, look at this. Here. All of this gives extra research. 4%. 8%. For 1,500 days. 5%. 8%. All of the, and we already started with all of this, which you don't normally do because we're special, because we needed a research center. We started with one, so we had computing. Apparently everyone has that because 0 days. Oh no, it's all 0 days now. Okay, so this does nothing. This gives 25% maintenance reduction. Oh. You basically normally would pay 40k per month for a research center if you don't have this tech. Oh shit. But this gives 4%. 8%. 16%. 21. 29% reduction. On 1,000 days, that's 290 days reduction. Okay. I mean, if you look at the side of the tree, even without that reduction, I think that's more than that's not enough for 2,100 years, and that's definitely how long the game should be played. I think the intention is 2,100 years because minimum, rather more. Because one of the starts that is not available yet because early access starts in 2100, in the year 2100, in the 22nd century. I'm not sure what you'd be doing then, but I mean there are some cool texts in here. There's actually diamondylium. Diamondoids. Decrease construction cost of all facilities. Well, at that point, I don't really care, I guess. Advanced payload fairings. Max payload of the disgustingly expensive... I mean, look at this. Look at how disgustingly expensive this thing is. 4,800 tons of hydrogen. For one launch. For one launch. Yes, it can ferry 4,000 tons to orbit as well. Which is still quite efficient, but my goodness. And it needs 100 tons of fissiles. Which are very rare. And very expensive. One ton of fissiles costs $2,000 right now. On Earth. So you would definitely need to find something that has fissiles and then transport them to where you need them. You would be probably hunting down the proto-molecule early? Yeah, probably. We have a soft sci-fi. They can add an event where you can find ruins on other planets. I mean, yeah, surely. Depends on what they do. I mean, there are multiple different solar systems that you can play in. Only the first one, that is the only one that is right now available, is our solar system. The second one was Trappist. The Trappist system. The third one was the... What's the other one called that we know of? That other system that apparently has a Goldilocks zone planet. And then there were 4 or so that weren't even shown yet. That were, you know, revealed later. So they might go with something like Mass Effect systems or something. Or, I don't know, maybe some fantasy stuff there. There is a lot of potential that they could, you know, use. With different scenarios that could be playing around in here. But I don't know. I'm not sure what they're using. I'm not sure what's coming. I would be up for it, though. Trappist monks, no. Trappist system, Trappist 1, yeah. That'd be such a short distance. Yeah. I mean, there is interplanetary stuff in here. Oh, now I can zoom out. That's kind of weird. You can, interplanetary, intergalactic stuff, as far as I know. You can have faster than light travel, apparently. At least that was shown on the page, on the Steam page. Not sure if you can have that right now. Ooh, look at that. Even a better one, electromagnetic catapult. And a just larger and more powerful mass driver capable of launching payloads on interplanetary trajectories by itself. Ooh, Aurora stuff. I like that. That's cool. That's how you actually ferry shit around late game. I mean, it takes 5,000 days to get there. But that's cool. And that basically just costs very little amounts of energy. 2.5 per day? That's nothing. It costs an F-ton of materials to build. But depending where you build it, and at the stage of the game, probably is totally fine. Actually, you can get that mass driver quite quickly. Ish. Quite quickly-ish. And space elevator. See, that is already hard sci-fi. Space elevators are basically impossible. Launch costs 0 tons of fuel. With 20,000 tons to orbit. That would be amazing. 50 crew. Ouch. A supermaterial cable stretching from the surface to geostationary orbit allows reaching space just by riding an elevator up the cable. Use an asteroid as a counterweight. Yeah, which wouldn't work. Once anchored, all resources from the asteroid will become available. That as well. Nice. Pretty cool though. I mean, I'm not against that. Sci-fi totally fine. You know, it's a game after all. Damn, geothermal power, baby. Look at that. 400 energy per day. Ouch. Why is it pausing? Didn't want it to pause. Wait, we have stuff in Mars orbit. I thought they weren't there yet. Now, can we deorbit this nonsense? Can I go from here to surface? With the Stratos. And bring the important stuff first, please. Especially the stuff that brings me money. Needs nothing. Bam. Deorbited. I don't like that we have to strand these here, but I guess it is what it is. We have to pay maintenance for those, though. Because raisins. Let's put all of these things in, just in case. We don't need the metal as much. There you go. Question is, can the other agencies just take the shit in orbit? Technically, they should be able to. There you go. Preparation for human landing on Mars 2. Resource acquisition complete. Now it's time to prepare a surface base for our astronauts. Brought us 5 million, which is good because the costs are actually eating us a little bit. And now we can construct a shitty outpost. Should probably not work. And also... Ah, we shouldn't deliver it. It wants us to build it ourselves. Oh no, just directly a fuel refinery. Okay. Which is weird because we don't have the people. How should I establish the energy production game? How? How should I do that? I do have enough. Okay, well that's good. Oh my god, look at that nuclear reactor. 1,300 alloys. Ouch. And it consumes 0.2 fissiles. Is that per day? Because that's ridiculous, because the power output is per day. That is so many fissiles. No, 200 crew, that's ridiculous. That is a horrible thing to use. Oh yeah, we could also make batteries. Okay, so we can build everything to have a Mars base for human landing. And then we need to strand another ship here. Zero fuel deorbit, they just wrote them in. Indeed, yeah. See, that is just waved away for some reason. It's not that deep of a simulation, you know? It's not a perfect simulation because that couldn't work. Literally couldn't work. You need to have some things that are simplified. I just like that they plan the windows and stuff and I don't have to do it because I probably couldn't. And they would have a lot more need for helping the players to actually get to the planets because orbital mechanics are not that easy. Taking a shower. At 0-100 hours at night, Sarah Hamster, okay. You don't mind 200 crew when you have a city and industry needing that reactor anyway. I mean, true. That is the question. When will that become relevant? I mean, we're still the first on Mars that have an actual base. And now I bet they don't... Oh, they still want it. Okay. Sure. Oh, it's 18 million. It's not even 1.8 million. We just doubled our money. New offer on Mars. They want 20 supplies. We have 20 supplies. Do we need these here? Yeah, we will still have 10. That's another 38 million. Well, I guess we're fine with money now. And they want 50 glass. I can give you 10. I just sextupled our money, basically. So now money is not an issue for a while. Why did you stop? Yeah, the thing is we need people for the fuel refinery, so it's not going to happen anyway. But we need to build this first. Well, actually, I could just send some schmucks there. Which would mean that I first go here, go to Luna. With nothing. I don't need anything to bring to Luna. I need a bit more. Then on Luna, I would... No, not do that. I mean, basically, I don't need this probe on Luna anymore. But I don't need one on Mars. I could put it onto Phobos or Deimos. And then go down to Mars. That could be a thing. And it's probably wise to do that. Well, actually, Phobos and Deimos are important because both of them will make us give us the ability to produce food on Mars, which only needs 5 more people. Very interesting. Yeah, we could do that. I want to do a planned mission here to down to Earth. Forget every time. So awkward that you have to do this. I really hope they fix that too. Back to Earth, minimum. Done. Contract completed, still eats my inputs. Human on Mars? Oh no. Okay, that's a new one. Another 5 million, thanks. Preparation are complete, power generators are up and running, the shelter is fully operational, all that remains is getting our astronauts here. Humans consume supplies, oh you don't say. Live in habitats and are the workforce for many production facilities. Resource mines and factories require human crew to operate, and if there's not enough, they will work at reduced speed. I mean, we should have gotten this for Luna, by the way, but sure. They can be recruited on Earth or born in colonies on other planets. Oh, they can be born? Interesting. Left without habitats, and we don't know if that's even possible outside of Earth. If someone can actually, you know, first if someone can get pregnant, or you know, even carry out a term and stuff and exist there. Do we still pay magic maintenance for the mothballed spacecraft on Mars? Yes, we do, for sure. The maintenance hasn't changed; it's actually gone up. We're paying 50k now per month, apparently. Whatever a month means. Left without habitats or supplies, humans will quickly die in space and on other planets. If provided with food and shelter, humans will reproduce, which lets your colonies grow by themselves. Oh, that's horrible. Once they become large enough. Many planetary conditions can affect how easy it is for people to live there. The less it is like Earth, the harder it will be for the colonists. Okay, we need to get fissiles, research the Hermes. Ah, now we need the Hermes. Look at that, we were much quicker with that. You were actually supposed to get the Stratus to strand there. Deliver crew compartment type S with crew on board directly to Mars. I mean, I'm trying to do that. Required to unlock probing Lutetia. Beyond Mars, Martian industry, life on Mars, the expansion. Unlock start game date. Oh, once we do this, we get another start game date. You know what? We're going to do another episode. I want to do this. Because that's not that far away, especially if I go full speed. But I would like to unlock that start game date. That's cool. Thank you for watching. Leave me a like if you liked. Sub my YouTube if you haven't subbed yet. If you haven't liked as well, sub my YouTube. The other videos are better. Come to Twitch, come to Discord, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bloop bloop, everyone.